So
I'm sending them over now. I'm sending them over from TikTok. Go over there. Twitch.tv/ and Sundry. No, Tennis Junior 93.
Can you imagine if we had that budget?
Right?
Right?
Or a budget?
Any budget would be nice.
Hey, we win the lottery, we'll have a budget.
That's right.
fine, we
Yep.
have the budget of the original Doctor Who. It's fine.
You're not wrong.
I've got some trash cans we can turn over for some Daleks.
There's a plunger in the bathroom.
I mean,
So-
if I work hard enough just yoinking stuff from around the house, we might meet Monty Python, the Holy Grail's budget.
We're not that
Yes.
far from. We're not that far from Thor Ragnarok, because if you look at the part where the whole when Thor's in the arena and Hulk comes out and Thor's like, yeah, that is a plastic trash can lid that has been painted. That his shield is literally a plastic trash can lid.
I mean, you can find that kind of shit in everything, though. Like Star Wars Episode 1, Qui-Gon's fucking communicators, like a woman's razor handle with like some shit glued on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Monty Python
They had
actually
a
had a
Patreon
higher
maker
budget
in
than you
one
think
scene. That
because
was
they were like.
hilarious.
Sorry.
What was it?
Sorry, Nimue, I cut you off. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I cut you off. It's fine.
I mean,
We're
I
being
feel
polite.
off.
Someone say something.
Welcome to Crops.
You're like
bitch!
those two people at the crossing, and you're like, no, you go, no, you go, no, you go. What are you guys, the
And that's
fucking
why
Midwest?
Ernesto
Jesus
Lotto, I'm
Christ!
honking,
I'm
they get out of the
going.
way.
No, I just threw myself into traffic so that you don't have to worry about it. It's fine.
I'll yeet you both across.
I'll die and you cross, and then everything's fine.
Don't make me
Exactly,
push you
yeah.
down the stairs.
What did
Dustin, there's
say
a
when-
reason.
No, go ahead, Dustin. There's a reason. You go.
There's a reason that I was slightly terrified every time you looked over the edge at Glacier. I was like, no, come back here. No, get away from that edge.
What did Dustin say? What did Dustin say when he settled at the bottom? Nothing. He just stared.
Actually, no, I just screamed. I was like,
You.
ah! It
You
was
were-
less
yeah, you were-
pain
you were
and more
doing
just
the
like
leg- the
fucking
leg
pissed
kicks
off.
and- Yeah, that looked.
I was just
okay,
mad.
everything's fine. Not dead yet.
I spent like 5 minutes laying there before I did anything.
You had to catch like all the wind.
Yeah.
Fair.
I tried looking for my phone. My phone was in my chest pocket, so I went flying out.
That's good.
So I was looking around for it, and I was like, fuck, it's up the stairs, isn't it? And I look out, I'm like, please don't be too high. It was only like three or four stairs up, but I was able to just kind of reach and get it. I called my boss, and then just laid my head on the bottom stair. Yeah,
You're like,
it
they'll
was a
come
good
for me
time.
eventually. They know I'm here.
No, they don't. And I was the only one in the building.
No one knew. Oh, shit.
Nobody.
Could have discorded us.
boss.
We would have gotten people there.
Ow. Click.
I was like, I just fell down the stairs. He's like, what? I'm like, I fell down the whole flight. He's like, which one? I'm like, the biggest one.
All of
He's
them.
like, God damn it. All right, give me a minute.
Oh, oh dear.
Yeah, there's other stairs where it's like the half flight and then you turn and then the half flight. No, this one was the only one that's like just a full.
All the way down.
Yeah.
At what point did you trip? Was it at the very top?
Like the second or third step.
Oh, God.
I took the whole fucking. Granted, I skipped most of them because I bounced like a motherfucker, apparently. Y'all saw that bounce at the end.
So what you're telling me is you're a bouncing baby boy?
Yeah.
You were
Justin,
like a
at least
slinky.
you know that all of us love you so much that we all go, oh my god, I'm so happy you're okay, and then fucking roast the shit out of you for the
Oh
rest of
yeah,
it.
yeah. You all saw the fucking Discord. You saw Confed in there and Tinny just
My God.
fucking going at it.
I of the Night had the best / worst when he was like, "Oh, it's good to see that you're taking steps to fix this."
Oh,
wait,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what got you into this problem in the first place.
My
Yeah.
favorite was Josh saying Dustin's new outfit, and it's just the fucking bubble wrap.
Yeah. Boy, yeah.
Kilt had something really good. I forgot what it was. I'm not gonna lie, but
I to be
there
so
was
real,
something
I
that
could not
killed-
bring my A game. I was genuinely concerned, and then I was enjoying the A game of others, but I did not have it.
yeah. And for those in chat who are wondering, it looks like a Reptar now. I gotta show it on Twitch, but it straight up looks like Reptar.
Yeah, that will
It's
get
covering
your canvas
so
leg.
much of the cheek. Like, goddamn.
Wait, no, I got this. I know exactly what it looks like. Hold on, hold on.
Oh my
I'm
god, I
doing it for you.
started a hype train. No, I didn't mean to do that.
There you go.
Everybody go
Hype
subscribe.
train.
Go subscribe
Fuck.
to Dustin right now. If there's a hype train, go. Go,
Yeah,
go, 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 go.
help me pay for stair walking training.
Well done. You tried.
Training wheels.
Yeah, his bruise looks
Hey,
like a
no,
little.
To be fair,
Subscribe.
I hit my head a lot. Okay,
Multiple times. Lost count. all
at
the way
least
down.
3.
Oh, sorry.
Oof.
But yeah, Dustin's ass looks like that little dancing dragon thing without the dancing and happiness.
One
Yeah.
which lady said
No,
help
it
him pay
looks
for
like
a
the
foam
T-Rex
suit for safety.
from the internet out thing. That's you jump over the cactus and shit. It looks like that T-Rex.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Good lord.
Oh, Dustin, I have a youth-sized bicycle helmet I can donate to you.
Hey man, I might not say no. But for those that are concerned, I've been using the elevator now. It's more walking.
I've got a
but
pillow
goddamn.
belt, so if you fall again, it'll at least cushion it.
Hey, I got
we have
enough
some-
cushion.
we have
All
some
right,
food.
that's why I didn't break
Apparently
nothing.
not.
If anyone was wondering if I got fucking cake, I got cake. That's why I didn't break a goddamn thing.
I
Mm-hmm.
think you needed more Jello so you could just bounce back to your feet.
I was bouncing just fine, thank you.
Like spinning and
Yeah.
Can you imagine
We
if
have
you
an
had, like,
anonymous gifter.
Yeah.
Woo,
Let's
woo,
keep
Come
the
on,
hype
guys.
train
At
going. Why not?
92%
Let's
hype
fucking
train.
go.
Get him over
Like
100.
fucking
Come
Kong all
on,
over
get him
the
over
place.
100.
I don't know what to do. I don't Twitch. What
You
do?
just have subscribe or gift a sub.
You can subscribe
to
to
If
I
you have
don't have
Amazon,
money.
if you have Amazon Prime, you can do it for free.
I don't have money and I already did. I'm
Amazon
so
Prime.
sorry.
You can
Fair
subscribe
enough.
to Tanis' channel for free.
Yeah.
M.
It doesn't cost you money and it gives me money. So
I just
woohoo.
realized M is the only person watching the Twitch right now, or the
Make
the
Amazon
TikTok.
pay me.
I'm actually not because I don't have my phone
There
on
we
me.
go.
Oh, so there's no one. You know,
I'm watching the
Twitch.
Twitch.
$10
I
bucks.
just don't understand.
$10 says
Twitch.
that's Genma though.
TikTok channel. Is
I,
it- oh, is
I
it
won't
in-
take
is
it
in?
because I. It's
Just you
too
just helped
easy.
us with our hype train. I don't know. Oh, someone gifted you a sub. That's what it was.
Oh.
Yeah, you.
Well, okay. I know we're having fun with this and everything, but it's past 8 o'clock. Laz, do the thing.
You're upgraded now.
Chairlift fun. You son of a bitch.
It's legible.
You can actually read it on camera.
Having extracted our druid's father, our cleric's mother, and the gentleman's agent from the laboratory below the Vergessen Sanatorium, all but our Asimar and our Goliath retreated into the bag of holding, through which they managed to summon a single potion of invisibility. Investigating the downward exit once used by our Zemnian ally, however, the two became separated, forcing our Asimar to flee further underground alone, bypass a guard, and discover a room with no apparent exits. Our monk invisibly retreated upward, creating a distraction that allowed him to escape with the bag of holding, inside of which the rest of the team battled the extra-dimensional aberration known as the Bagman. Inside the building, the rogue discovered a concealed tunnel beneath the floorboards, traversing the treacherous remnants of the facility's sewers to emerge in the forest and reunite with the group shortly before being teleported back to the city of Zadash. Returning to the gentleman's bar, the party was visited again by the Reaper calling itself Endless, who instructed our sorcerer in the painstaking process of repairing the tattered patches of our cleric's mother's soul. Tabaxi then attempted to remove a small bead of darkness embedded deep within the heart of our druid's father, accidentally shattering it in a tragic mishap that resulted in the man's death. As the Reaper prepared to collect the Kenku's soul, our Genasi cast Revivify, and with contributions from the fighter, the rogue, and the druid, the cleric successfully resurrected Trouble's father, freed from the evil that had previously possessed him.
And we pick up. The night has continued on. Trouble and Father kind of catching up. More trouble, just info dumping, doing the trouble thing.
On the Troubles tangent.
And Father, between stuffing his face, is very intently listening. He is.
I want to be so clear. I try and downplay so many things as best I possibly can. Because I
roll performance check
Oh dear.
against
I was
his
gonna say
insight.
it's like a mission, an
okay.
omission check.
Wait, should I give him a no?
He's been
He
through some
hasn't seen me
shit.
in years.
I was gonna say should I give him advantage, but no.
Or knowing about kids shit.
Group hydrate.
No, not as a kid works.
He's been through some shit.
I had to get my character sheet up because I am awful, and all that time I didn't do it because I'm the worst. That's +1. Heard. Well, that's a 16.
Okay, hey. Something happened. Woohoo!
Nice.
I've trained success.
Nice.
Yay!
Woo!
Level 2 complete. Wait, Meg.
Level up.
Thank you. You are you are successfully able to. Yeah, we got another.
So what I want to downplay, I want to tell him that I ran and hid. I don't want to blatantly tell him I ran so far into the Savalier Wood I didn't leave for years. Because unlike everybody in the party, he knows the Savalier Wood. So, I'm just gonna say I ran. I found friends, learned to talk to animals, and then would just fucking jump until when we ran into Prince. And then I'm gonna say effectively tell him we've run into dark things, and not like get into I'm holding a world-ending being literally in my head.
He will unfortunately ask about that because he is aware that you have a piece inside of him because he had a piece inside of him. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
That's a new one that Trouble learned. Oh fuck.
You see, right. I didn't really want to get into this. Isn't really like first night conversation, but I died. It was a total accident. It was very much not in the way that you would expect. You know, it was not like in deep battle or something. Somebody had checked a thing to see if it was trapped. It wasn't trapped, so I opened it, and it was very much trapped. And it fucking obliterated me. But because I'm traveling with such wonderful people and such good friends, they were able to bring me back. Unfortunately, to do so, they did have to use the power that was in the box, which was, in fact, this creature. But it's fine. He's hiding in my head and hasn't quite found me yet, so it's all good.
He doesn't like really say much, but he does like. It was like an over exaggerated but concerned, but like, oh my god, just overwhelmed, just
It's fine.
He just stares at you when you say that.
I said what I said. And then I just like, as quickly as I can, and move on to, and we met a mammoth of a man. We had our differences, quite frankly, but, you know, at the end of the day, I think he was a good chap. Kind of looked down on people, but, you know, not too bad. And just like immediately try and Let's go elsewhere. Let's not talk about this anymore.
This is
Let's
where the
move on.
performance check comes in. You're
Um,
like, all right, let's
I will
fade into
also
better
say-
stuff.
I will say that we saw Elowen and that we ran into her, but I'm actually gonna try and not get into what all the parents did. Because
He knows
I
Elwyn
don't know
is
how
there
much
with
he
you
knows.
guys.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to get into learning all of the things that everybody else's parents' crew did.
Gotcha.
Because I know how mad it made me. And I can only imagine how mad it would make my father.
That's a them problem. They can tell father. Do you have any questions that you end up asking him, or?
How are you alive?
Skipping most of the Kenku speak. Mostly just because you'll understand what he's saying. Or no, someone cast tongues on him, right?
Yes,
Prince
I
had
did.
offered.
Yeah. He... The people who came, they took Elowyn and I alive. They wanted information out of Elowyn, and figured they could torture me to get it out of her. I will not be boring you with much of what happened there, but eventually a man came in with some sort of shard, and through a very invasive surgery, place it in my heart. Since then, I was in and out.
I understand.
I'm not sure how long I had that inside me, but hard to tell the time of day without the sun, yeah?
Oh, trust me, I know. It's almost impossible.
It's,
But
Elwyn, they did some. When she didn't speak from the things they did to her, that's when they turned to me.
I have to ask. Do you know what they were looking for from her?
They were looking for someone and for some sort of egg. From what you've told me, I assume the egg that you all found.
Yes.
As for the person they were looking for, again, from what I gather, I assume it was Mr. Goldcrest, father.
He is an interesting fellow. Most people who see him hit him.
You know me, I'm not a violent man, but should I ever see him, I feel I may do the same.
I would recommend against it. He won't hit you back. It won't be a fight, but
Oh,
I
believe I
just-
could scrap with some of the best.
Of course you can, Papa. But I'm not fully convinced he deserves it. I don't know why yet. Just a feeling.
Well, I'm sure I wouldn't be able to bring myself to do it anyway.
Oh, on a slightly lighter note, my friends can't pronounce your name. What would you like them to call you? We can get close. We can do an attempt at getting close, but you know, the nuance of the third tooth
Right,
and the
right.
hesitation. That it's just not going to happen.
I suppose saw will do.
So, okay.
All right.
But
Is the sound of a saw, so yes.
I hate that we have to simplify it that much, but it is true.
And it is part of the life of the Kenku, of course.
Papa,
Yes.
I may have lost my feathers, but
Oh,
I can
not-
talk now.
Not all of them, eh? And he points
yes,
to the
I
feathers.
do have a couple. But I did it. I got what you and Mama always wanted. I can talk now.
You've no idea the joy that brings me.
It's a bit of a double-edged sword because I don't super know when to stop talking. But
Yeah, personally, I'm just not sure what to do. And he kind of like just pokes you a little bit. Not sure what to do about the skin. It's a little
so fleshy.
It's so fleshy.
It makes so many movements, and I don't
It changes
fully understand
colours.
what they
Why does
are.
it do that?
I don't know.
I've noticed a lot. While you were telling me the stories, your skin was getting red, or at some points blue. I was very concerned.
Oh, that means I need to breathe.
Oh right.
But when they wake, I would like to introduce you to them. They are a truly remarkable band of truly awful people. But they've done good for me.
Very, very well. I know specifically I owe some thanks to Mr. Goldcrest, and Fresh Prince.
She's
One
my
for
best
taking
friend.
care of me, and one for taking care of you, of course.
I should say,
Mm.
although she may not admit it herself, Prince was the one to remove the being.
I remember, actually. It's fuzzy, but I know what she was doing, what she was attempting to do. I hold no ill will towards her, and I'll be sure to let her know as such.
Out of curiosity, what do you believe she was doing?
I believe she was trying to remove the piece.
Yes, that's correct.
Or rip my heart out. I could be wrong.
No. She was, in fact, trying to remove the piece. I just was curious if you had. Anyway, I, how to say this? They're all very fun people. They're all a bit mad. I am not who you remember, and I will endeavor to make it not so harsh of a distinction. But
My dear Aja, people change throughout their lives. No matter who you are today, compared to who you were then, in your heart, you are still my wonderful little Aja.
thank you, Papa. I care for you deeply, and it is nice to be able to say so plainly. And also, I can talk now. So if there's anything that you want, like a phrase that you've just been dying to have, but haven't gotten anyone to like say, like I've got you.
Right, how would one say, where's my money?
Oh, it depends on if you're trying to be kind or not.
Well, I already have a kind way of asking it, but,
Oh,
you know, there's
phenomenal.
always that one customer.
Oh, phenomenal. For the customer, I think there's a couple options. There's there's the simple and plain, where is my money? There's, of course, where's my yuckin money? Which is something I've heard from a dog-like drawing that he was rather odd looking. I think his name was like Silly or like Goofy or something like that. But
Right, I'll keep that in the bank.
there's also give me my money or I'll take your kneecaps. That's always fun.
Ooh, I like that. one.
Give me your money or I shall set you alight.
I don't usually have a way to alight somebody, but I'm sure I could
I-
find use for that.
Oh, Papa, I have magic now.
So you've told. Your-
There's also for the money. There's also one of my favorites is the slightly more ominous. The you shall pay me now, or you will not. Or what is it? What was it? What did they say? It was in the shop the other day. It was you shall either give me my money, or find out.
Right. Perfect.
That's fun because it's a little vague. It's not so specific. They can infer what they will and freak out.
You spend the next 30 or so minutes just he mostly asks for like store related, like customer interaction related stuff.
I list all the woods.
Yep. How does one deal with Kareens? You know the time. Yeah.
Usually arson, but oh, here's a good phrase for them. I am the manager.
Oh, perfect. You spend the next 20 minutes or so before you both get exhausted enough to finally go and pass the fuck out. Laz. Yep. Were you gonna say something, Mick?
I'm not going to bed tonight. I'm gonna take the level of exhaustion and
Okay.
just watch over my dad.
He stays awake as late as he can. But after thoroughly stuffing his face and the emotional roller coaster that was this night, he does in fact pass out.
Adrenaline wears off.
Yeah. Laz, you wanted to give some more?
Some checking around the bar, seeing if Kaylin's about. It was not in the best of ways.
She looking around. You are told by like one of the bouncer guys that she left like an hour or two ago.
Not back. Well, I'm gonna go. Did they see what direction she went?
She turned south after the door.
Alright, well. No, it's gonna be going back out tonight. I'm alright, I'm not healed up. I'm good.
I
Alright.
think you mentioned before that you wanted to conversate with the gentleman.
Yeah, during that hour. Probably just
Yeah,
over a
during the
steady
whole-
stream.
yeah. You kind of fill him in on what happened in there, and he quietly listens and make an insight check.
So it's plus 3. 11. Starting
11?
off nice and average.
Okay. The only thing you kind of
Okay, never mind.
catch with that is he does seem to look over at Trouble and Saw often-ish.
So does our organization know anything about this cult that calls themselves the Cult of the Great One?
Very little, unfortunately. We know they got their hands in quite a few pies. Not only in Wild Mount either. They are, so far as we can gather, attempting to bring back some sort of otherworldly being.
Mm-hmm. cult's always looking to do that sort of crazy shit. From what I
Unfortunately.
understand, yeah. From what I've heard, they've got 3 leaders is probably the wrong word, but 3 heads.
Interesting. We were aware of only one. A large man that's only ever been seen in this dark plate armor. Helmet with a full face guard. No one even knows if this person is human, elf, or otherwise.
I think we encountered him. It wasn't Allfield, was it? It was on the way. It was somewhere. It was near Burlington, right?
Yeah, it was on the way back from the dragon fight
Yeah.
at the farmers.
I mean, he had quite a speedy eldritch monk with him.
And that's another one of the leaders.
I don't think that was one of the leaders. I think it was nighttime, but we saw that Diamak was like barely corporeal until he.
Neither one of them were very corporeal. They were
Okay.
there but not there.
Hmm. And Diamak-
Until Diamak did what he did to the farmer and became corporeal.
For time.
And then
Corporealized.
started beating on you all.
Yeah.
Until
There-
Abakir said no.
Yeah. Punches were thrown, fisticuffs were had. Our monk eventually punched the corporealness out of him.
Yeah, and then Abakir hammered him.
That's right. Yeah.
You kind of spend a couple minutes just kind of informing him what happened, and he asks questions here and there, clarifications, and you do catch off to the side. There's actually someone sitting nearby, and you see them writing things down. If you ever point that out, he actually just says, "It's important to make sure nothing is forgotten and information."
People love hoarding gold and hoarding silver, and they always forget that the most valuable currency is information.
Information, of course. Should we get any more, I'll find a way to reach out to you. I would hope you'd do the same.
I think we have a mutual acquaintance.
We don't have any dealings with this cult directly, but indirectly they've been a bit bad for business. So if we find a way to help you deal with them, all the better for us.
Yeah, they don't seem like the type of group that could make real good friends with too many other groups, being as they're trying to, destroy the world and whatnot.
You'd think so. As I said before, they seem to have their hands in many groups. In fact, not too terribly long ago, there was one found in our organization. Not around here, so I was not able to deal with them personally, but one of my trusted advisors was able to get the information that we did out of them.
How long ago was that?
Perhaps a month?
Okay, so that's pre-us.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's about time for me to turn in. Thank you all for a well done job, as well as a speedily accomplished job.
So Zemni, an ally over there.
Of course. I have not forgotten our debt, by the way.
He's saying
Mhm.
Laz specifically.
I'll keep my mind open of when you can pay that.
I'll be around.
With that, if you wanted to go find Kaylin, you certainly could.
Yes, and the moment I walk out the door, I haven't reattuned to the Cloak of Elvenkind, so I'll just regular stealth. Stealthily move through the city southward. And now I'm wasting my good rolls, because that's a 29.
Okay. Like a ninja of the night. Go ahead and roll a... Let's do an investigation check.
Let's see, +1, okay. It's 14.
Okay. It takes a bit of time. But you are able to eventually find Kaylin inside of essentially like a dive bar with a fight pit. Not a very nice fight pit. You can see that it was kind of... It's thrown together some nights. You eventually...
Just kind of push the tables out. And...
Yeah, some ropes are put around for a ring. Going inside, you can hear loud cheers. And when you eventually get through the crowd, which is a pretty good sized crowd, you look over and you see a beaten and battered Kaylin finally just backhand this burly looking dwarf as he finally falls to the ground unconscious, and everyone, there's a bunch of cheers and a bunch of people pissed off. She looks like she's probably gone a few rounds.
Another!
She goes over to the corner, and you see a barmaid with a tray walk over with shots. And Kaylin just downs one.
Shot, 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 shot. The bard in the corner singing that.
Who the fuck's gonna fight me next?
Kaylin. I'm gonna move till she can see me. You gotta come back.
What are you doing here? She wipes blood from her face.
Yeah. Said cleaning up your mess, but you're the mess.
What do you care?
Once you come back to the nip, we'll sit down, talk about whatever's digging into your brain.
She just shakes her head and turns around, looks at the crowd. Who wants to go with me? Another!
Is she gonna beat up another dwarf?
Unless
you
you're
look over,
volunteering.
You look over, and that dwarf is put kind of in a corner bench, and you see at least 4 other people of different races just sitting there like ice packs and shit.
Unless you're volunteering to get in the ring with me. Coward. I'm fighting someone else.
You gonna let her call you that? You look over, and this human is probably also really drunk.
Kaylin is like swaying a bit. Like she is fucking off her rocker.
You're hammered.
Yeah.
Guess I'm gonna be someone else then. Lizzie's gonna reach back, one-handed, pull the fucking shirt off, step into the ring.
Alright, both of you roll initiative. There isn't really any announcers or refs in this one. This is like one of those fight rings.
It's
18.
ring.
This is the dive bar of fight rings.
17.
Alright.
Ooh.
Laz, you are first.
Kaylin rolled 18.
Sorry. I heard 16. My bad.
Actually, more than 18, because that was an 18 on the die, and I have +4 to my initiative.
Oh, then,
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
Kaylin, You're up first.
Okay. That is. Did I have anything to it? That is a dirty 20. And I am rolling at disadvantage.
Oh.
Mind you, you don't have armor on, either one of you.
Mhm.
So your AC is just 10 plus your dex.
Plus my con.
Mm.
That's
Yeah, 'cause he's
that
fast.
does hit. My AC ain't that. My con ain't that good.
She hits him, but she backhands him.
Ooh.
Open hand or closed fist?
Oh, open hand.
Backhand. just-
Ooh.
Laz doesn't uncanny dodge because he's walking into the ring. When she hits him, he turns around. His eyes are white. He'll take. Oh, it's 5 points, right?
Yep. I think.
Yep.
Right? Yes, 5 points. Because I don't have any special stuff with unarmed attack.
We doing 2 swings?
And yeah, oh yeah. And the second is 12.
12 misses. So she hits him on the first one, and
She
he
backhands him and just stumbles as she like goes past and tries to hit him again.
thinks he's taller than he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he'd be used to the shorter ones fighting dwarves. Now his eyes are just white. Then he probably doesn't quite notice it, but everybody else around the ring notices her shadow start swirling like smoke around her. He puts hex on her. Guess if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it like we mean it. Again.
What?
You wanna hit somebody so bad. Swing again.
She just sneers at him and swings again. Dirty 20.
One hits.
She punches this time.
We round up, right? It's half rounded up.
Yeah.
That's because he's raging.
And a 13 for the second.
13 misses. Takes it.
She's standing there and her arms are just trembling. Because he's like the 5th or 6th person that she's fought. She's been revived like twice tonight. She is just a wreck.
Yeah, he takes that first hit. He just puts his arms behind his back. Again. He's gonna
Fight me.
hold his action.
Hit me.
Oh no. Pain is earned. You gotta prove you deserve it.
That's a 10 and she just like shoves his chest. Hit me.
What's the second one?
She's staring at him.
Oh.
She's holding her action. She's holding her
She's holding it.
second punch.
We are disappointing these we are disappointing these patrons so bad. Why do I care? Why the fuck don't you care?
There is a lot of people getting a little irritated.
Why should I care? No one's ever cared. Hit me.
Promised him I'd care. No matter how fucking hard you made it. Now you're the last piece of him I got left. So I'm gonna keep my fucking promise. No matter how hard I have to fight to do it.
I rolled a 19 and a 1.
The
Mine's an
fist,
H.
the fist is, the form was beautiful. but it was just too slow.
Would have been great if I was 6 inches taller.
As she's punching towards him, she's going, "Show me that you're your father's son. Hit me!"
As the punch goes over his head, he ducks. It's that fucking thinking of like Bruce Lee. It's this backwards. The one leg just sort of sweeps back as he moves out of the way. In a way that no matter how drunk Kaylin is, she recognizes immediately. Is a move that her father taught him. And he said, and you demanded that he show you he's his father's son? As you ease by, he said, I'll show you when you remind me that you're the commander's daughter. And he's gonna come up with an uppercut.
You hear a voice in your head, Laz. Do it.
Comes up with the uppercut. That's a 22.
That hits.
So that is one. Where are you at? D6 plus 3. That's 5 and a 3 is 8, and with hex is 4 more, so that's 12 points.
Okay.
What's his bonus action? And
That's it?
just like because his hands are behind his back, but as she comes by, that one hand just comes up, and he puts his hands behind his back again, and just turns with her. And see, I know you recognize that. I saw that look in your eye right before I punched it.
She's mad. She's fucking swinging again. That is a 14 to hit on the first one. Fuck you. And a 12 to hit on the second.
And she recognizes those moves too. That's why. See, everybody thought your father was the most deadly man they ever knew. 'Cause nobody could hit him. Nobody could hit him. Just ducks, dodge back. He
uses the 5Ds.
uses them.
She is just shaking with rage and exhaustion, and she can barely keep her hands up.
As the hands dip, then he's coming around with. We're gonna keep it to 1. We're gonna keep it to 1. That's a 19. What's up? You're making me feel bad about this. It's 9.
Oh,
And
if
2.
Sada was there.
It's 11.
Sato's sniffing. Hi. Smell a fight.
So that's 11 on that hook, because she's coming
Okay.
down, and that hook, the jaw, and he's in close now.
She's just fucking punching again.
Mhm.
She's
Going
so
for the
mad. She is so mad at him right now.
You're in haymaker mode at this point.
Yeah. It's a 15 to hit.
That misses.
And math is hard. A 19 to hit.
That one hits. It's a good right in the end, right in the inside there. He'll uncanny dodge that, so that goes to 2. He's just gonna get right in her ear. No. He's gonna ask, "You really think you're the only person on this withering husk of a planet that's ever had to watch the people you cared about die in your fucking arms?"
No, but at least you still have the people you care about.
Yeah, you hit. as she says that, it's weird because she hears it. It's also inside her head, as it starts as this rumble. It's coming out of his chest, and it's casual observer could confuse it for the roar of that black dragon in that cave. And everybody around the edge of the ring probably hears it too. And he's gonna... Oh. He's gonna headbutt her. The nat 20.
Kaylin, make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage, please.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my god!
12.
You get her at the perfect moment where that would actually put you down.
That was 12 plus 3 is 15 for the headbutt. And then another 9 for the hex.
So how much total?
15 and 9, 24. 24.
As she hits the ground, the entire place erupts. Again, a whole lot of cheering, a whole lot of pissed off people. The clinking of coins.
I almost don't want to ask if they have a fucking cleric here.
The bartender actually comes up, or not the bartender, the barmaid comes up to you, with, again, that same tray full of shots. These will help.
And I get one.
I'm saying she is unconscious. She's not throwing death saving throws, but she is knocked out.
Yeah, she hands one to you, Laz, and then she'll actually take one shot and pour it down Kaylin's throat. Kaylin, you get 3 points of healing.
Woo.
But still unconscious?
No, that would wake her up.
She is barely conscious though, because
Yeah,
she's fucking.
not
She is drunk
not well.
and bloodied and like fucked up.
Laz, you would get 3 points of healing as you take that shot as well.
I am.
That's how they keep fighters going.
Lazarus, no. Lazarus is very seriously contemplating knocking her back unconscious. So.
Come at me, bro. She spits blood at you.
Oh.
You help her back to the nip then?
Yeah, let me go ahead and roll that he's carrying her if she's unconscious again.
Yeah, it would take a minute, but you get them back.
Okay.
You're definitely sweating by the end of it, but...
Do I see them come in the door?
Oh yeah.
I was
This would probably be like
just over
near
your
the end
shoulder?
of the conversation with you and Saul. And this is the part where he goes, "Interesting friends indeed."
To be fair, I'm not sure that one likes me. The unconscious one.
I forgot to bring you with me. There was gambling and but I
You went gambling without me?
You
Oh.
gamble?
There was gambling around me.
Yes, of course. It's very easy.
It's how you win. You don't win if you don't gamble.
I'm not sure how
Nothing
comfortable
bad
I
has
am with this.
Nothing bad has come from it.
Looks over at you, Les. What have you been teaching my daughter?
Wait,
No, I've been teaching him.
I think I taught her about kink. Don't remember though.
Don't things not tell my father.
You see, right? We never had that conversation, right? So when a mama bird and a daddy bird,
Papa, I
he
know.
tells you about the birds and the bees.
No, thank you.
All while Kaylin is unconscious over Laz's shoulder, just bleeding on the floor.
This
Oh,
was a
yeah.
sweet moment, and now I'm going to punch something.
Did y'all
Eventually,
get jumped?
Taylor, she's unconscious. I think it technically would be a death-saving fail if you punched her.
Does
Right
does she need help? Like,
oh yeah,
Oop.
like one eye is swollen shut, split lip.
I mean, spare
I
the
mean,
dying.
I'll just do it. I'll just cast cure wounds on her real
Alright.
quick.
I mean, I'd wait till the morning. I'd let her actually enjoy the pain that she decided she wanted. But I'm not going to tell you what.
That's wild and horrendously unuseful. And I'm gonna just put my hand on her and cast cure wounds, because absolutely not.
You cure quite a bit of it, enough to get them conscious and up and moving.
As he's going back to the bar. Oh, no. He's going back to the bar and he's getting a drink and he's sitting there.
Eventually, everyone finds sleep, except for Trouble. The next
And
morning.
Kaylin.
The next morning,
Kaylin.
you all wake up and head downstairs for an okay breakfast. Not a very varied spread, but it's filling enough.
Everyone, I would like to introduce you all to my father. You're not going to be physically able to say his name, so he's decided to allow you to call him Saw, because that's effectively the closest you'll get.
Like Saul. S-A-U-L.
But Papa, this is the team. There's Mr. Sauter. There is Mr. Cash. Miss Kaylin, who you did see last night. Mr.
She's sitting in the
Lazarus,
corner. She just like raises her hand.
and of course, Fresh Prince.
He first walks up to Cat or Prince.
She immediately looks concerned.
Speak.
Oh, he'd like you to cast tongues on him so he can communicate with all of you.
Oh, yeah. She reaches out. There's a slight moment of hesitation before she touches him again. And she casts tongues on him.
Thank you. Apologies for requiring it, but it is much easier to communicate in situations such as this.
No worries.
And I can say what I truly mean. First of all, I want to thank you very much for, one, helping watch over my child and showing her friendship. Means very much to me. As well as... And he kind of takes your hands. I know what you tried to do. And I have the deepest thankfulness inside my heart that you did your best to rescue me, and I hold no ill will on how it went.
She just nods and like bites her bottom lip and just like has to turn away so fast.
I see why you and Aja are friends. Neither of you take compliments very well. He walks over to Cash and shakes your hand. And you, I have another chance, thanks to you. Although,
You're welcome.
I feel the need to say, I don't know why, but there's a cloaked individual that's a bit miffed with you. I don't know why I have that feeling. I'm sure it'll be fine.
That seems to be kind of running theme.
Right. And all of you, thank you for rescuing me from that place. Mr. Sato, your exploits inside there will be the subject of many stories, I'm sure, and legendary at that.
It was not a problem. I was only helping out a friend.
I could not ask for my daughter to have better friends. I say that slightly selfishly, because, you know, the fact that she had you as friends means I'm here, of course. Caleb, comes walking in. It seems everyone is... And he kind of looks at Trouble, kind of eyes drooping, Kaylin over in the corner, probably a stake over her eye. Well, everyone is conscious.
Just a coffee.
You all did an extremely brave thing going inside that place. My friends and I did something similar, and I know how difficult even getting the courage to do something like that is. And he's very awkward, just like public speaking here.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Caleb.
Bitte.
When you see our mutual friend next, would you tell him hello for me?
Of course.
Thank you.
Eventually you all make your way out of the nip. Within mere minutes, probably, you are approached by someone. You seen this person around, usually at the Adventurers Guild. They ask for your presence once again.
They want us to go to the Adventurers Guild?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will head that way since I'm usually...
You're the
There.
face at the Adventurers Guild?
I suppose.
They
Kaylin
got-
is walking behind everyone, and she will not make eye contact with Laz.
That's fine. Laz knows where she's at. He's toward the back. He's giving her He's giving her space, but he's within headbutton distance.
You're not too terribly far off from the Adventurers Guild. As you go in, there is some interesting sights. Number one, there's quite a few people here. Various races, various levels of armed and armored. One thing, interestingly, that you do see, you see... God, I forgot his name. Cap. The guy that you were able to rescue after the dragon fight.
Jarek.
Jarek, yes. He is there, sitting at a table, slowly eating a breakfast.
Kaylin, you got your bag with you?
She just unhooks it from her belt and hands it to him. She's still not looking, won't look him in the eye.
Potion of invisibility. Wait, no.
All right, 3d100 damage. Got it.
Yes, let's do this.
Oh god.
Pulls out loot.
You just
Takes it over.
He looks up, takes a second to recognize you all, but he does. As you place the loot on the table, he reaches out and just kind of pulls it over to him. He doesn't say anything, but he does look at you all and give like a nod of thanks. You all kind of recognize the look. Probably the look that you all had when Treble fell. On your... Mhm. Do you say anything to him, or...?
Yeah, when he's looking, that just tells them tell their story.
He
I just
nods
give my grunt of approval.
You all start heading towards the stairs. You know that the Raziel's office is at the very top on the 3rd floor. On the 2nd floor, you actually do see just walking out of a room, the large twin, one of the twins. He doesn't have his armor on, so he's much less shiny at the moment. But he's got a bowl in his hands with water that is completely red. He looks over. Hello. Yeah. And he just... he's usually quiet, so he's not really saying much. He goes over to a basin and empties the water and gets more. Sato, or no. Yeah, it would be Sato and Cash. As you guys pass the door that he came out of, the two of you look in and you see laying on the bed is the other brother.
Oh.
Cash, you would probably catch it. His face is wrapped up, and he's missing an arm.
Well, oops.
The brother comes walking over and sees you two. Yeah. He came to get me out of the hells. It worked.
Brought most of them back.
You want some help with that?
If you got some to give.
Yeah.
Looking at him, he's exhausted. He's been pouring all of his healing into his brother every day. You go over and you see the face is mostly wrapped up on the right side, and the left arm is missing.
God damn it.
Well, let's see if we can fix the thing that still exists. And this big honking Ganassi hand on the face, and we'll cast some cure wounds.
Oh,
I'm gonna warn you.
I'm glad
in
we all
advance.
pictured the same thing. Just
Dustin, you set this up. I'm gonna warn Tiff in advance. She may want to deafen herself for this one.
Nah.
Because Laz is gonna lean in. No one else in the party will hear it, but he knows this is the Chipper brother, and he's just gonna lean in and be like, "It's okay that you lost your left arm. You're gonna be all right."
Mm.
I roll D8 at disadvantage.
Oh, go ahead and roll your D8.
That's pretty good.
That was not pretty good. Don't encourage him.
You're right. You're right. It was
Encourage
amazing.
him.
It was amazing.
Encourage him.
How much cash?
that hurt.
17.
Oh, nice. Hell. At that, he actually
yeah, that's where they were.
he does wake up. And
Hooray.
kind of looks out. It lifts his arm up and kind of like pulls on the bandages a little bit. His brother comes over and undoes them. And even though there's like a good scar like on his cheek. It's a bit messed up. However, you can see that it is fully scarred over now, thanks to that amount of healing. He opens his eyes, looks out at you. Hey, that felt nice. Thank you.
You're welcome, and I would hope so.
He looks over at Laz. Also, good one. I'd give you
great,
2
Chief.
thumbs up, but
But you're halfway there.
Oh,
he laughs a bit. The other brother just
third level inflict wounds on both. Fronts.
yeah. he looks over at Cash. Gee, thanks.
You can knock him back out unconscious if you want.
I apologize for them.
He nods to you. Yeah. A quick note, everybody. When someone says they're a champion of something called an archdevil, try not to fuck with them.
Noted.
Yeah. But I won.
Nice.
This is winning.
You should see the other guy.
Rebel's not used to this kind of winning. Who was the other guy?
I believe it was the champion, Master Lazarus.
It was a champion of Asmodeus. Yeah, well, someone was upset with us dealing with the demon that you saw and dragged me down, and this dumbass came by himself to come get me. They
Dumbass.
put him through quite a few fights, and eventually won and won me back. So
Done.
he looks over at Prince. Hey, did your mom make it out?
Yeah. On her own, I think.
Cool. Yeah, I saw her down there at one point. Well, she looked familiar, and then, I went and talked to her, and, well, she's a very nice lady. Very scary, though.
Yeah, she can be. Yeah.
And he kind of, his eyes flutter a little bit. And the other one just, thank you all. I think he needs to rest a bit, though. Appreciate you stopping by.
You're welcome.
You make your way up the last set of stairs into the very nice office of Raziel, who's much more awake than he was last time. You can see 2 coffee mugs that seem empty, and then one with steam still coming out of it. He looks up. Well, the full team is here this time. Nice. I'm assuming your friends told you what's going on.
No, we were only summoned here.
No, about why I called you here last time.
He's asking if the 3 that were there told the 3 that weren't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right, Cliff Notes. Big scary dragon in Marquette, doing shady shit. And we're gonna go deal with it soon. He opens a chest and pulls out 5 kind of large coins, brass coins, and hands one to each of you. So, this is part of why it's taking so long logistically. These will all send you to Marquette. Once everything there is finished, they will be able to return you to a set location of your choice. I'm still working on getting everyone their coins, but I had these ones ready and I heard you were in town.
Quick
This
question.
little piggy goes to Marquette. Oh.
Who is Cliff, and why does he have notes?
I think that's the guy. I think that's the guy.
I don't know.
That's the guy that was taking notes at the evening nip. The
Yeah,
gentleman's guy. Nip.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
only
his guide
5
was
coins were
only...
given to us?
Huh?
He gives one to each of you.
Okay, so 6 coins.
Mm.
Okay. Just clarifying, I was like, who didn't get a coin?
Everyone got one.
Okay.
I'm also working on making sure the people that are going to be there can handle their shit. Tell me, and he takes a long drink of his coffee. Were you guys up north recently?
Nope.
No.
Not to my knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Well, I feel quite comfortable that all of you will be able to handle everything going on over there. Still finalizing plans as well. We'll have around, hopefully, if everyone's able to go, 200.
For a dragon? That feels
Eh.
excessive.
It's more than just a dragon. Reports are he's raising an army.
What type of army?
The one he
Capos.
keeps in his sleeveys.
Oh my.
You're done. You're
God damn it, Meg.
Take
I would joke command sleep, but I know it's not gonna work.
take inspiration.
Oh.
Take
I'm
inspiration.
incredible.
Oh,
was
don't
gonna-
encourage that.
I'm already at disadvantage on most things at this point, bud. Like, it's fine.
Stability checks, right?
Actually,
Correct.
now that I think about it.
Reports are he's got a couple of his children, along with a bunch of drakes and a shit ton of lizardmen and kobolds.
That sounds like fun.
Did the
Sounds
star
like
set.
more of a challenge than the last dragon.
Oh yeah. Don't worry though. I'm working on a plan.
Tell me, are we able to grab a tank?
Two.
That worked very well for us last time.
Yeah.
Also,
What's
is
a
my
tank?
father with me as I ask for a tank?
That's I suppose. Yeah.
And describing how you
Oh,
fought
no.
a dragon.
I would imagine.
I imagine that was part of the story actually that you told last night.
Yeah, we
I was
fought a
gonna say,
dragon. It was fucking easy
can we
from my
leave-
point of view.
Yeah.
The
Can
DM
we
will
leave
remember
the
this.
people we broke out of Guantanamo Bay, like, leave them in a location for the moment, not walk them around like the second biggest city on the continent?
Hopefully it'll be sometime soon. The longer this takes, the more we'll have to deal with. But if I take my time, I'll get quality fighters.
Making a plan. It's an interesting idea. File that away.
Yeah, don't you guys make plans? Or do you just run in?
At
And
that point, Kaylin starts chuckling from the back of the room.
We make at least we make at most half a plan.
We try. The plan tends to fail within the first 10 minutes.
Define plan.
The plan.
right, so
Shoot the plan.
you guys are just like my group was. Awesome. Well, I'll send you.
To be fair, I think we had a great plan for our last little excursion.
Right.
Worked great up to a point.
I'll let you know as soon as everyone is ready. That coin will take you to a meeting area in Marquette that we have an outpost at. There's where we'll get final preparations and final planning done. Kaylin, who's fucking in the background?
It's her
My washing machine.
machine.
Was that
All I
what we're
heard was
calling
boop, boop, boop. I'm like, that's a good rhythm. God,
No,
look at that
no,
stamina. Just
Josh is having a great time.
No, that's the Fires Guild are getting renovations
yeah.
done in the hall behind us.
Just tell him to wash his hands, whatever it is. You make your way out of there. Where do you guys wish to go at this point?
Oh my god. We'll go somewhere we can have.
The beat.
You really want to go to the beach? Where are we taking?
Read.
are we-
No, we need to go to fucking talk to the prince. I do.
Where
This
the
is-
fuck
I'm
are
right
we gonna
here.
store my father?
She's right back there. What are we doing?
For your father.
What are we doing with these political refugees we currently have in the basement of a bar?
Take them to the prince.
It's not a terrible idea.
What if we just sort of contacted the rest of the parental units and said, "They're here. Come get them."
We found your yeah.
If you wanted to take them like to the barbarian, you could ask Caleb, I guess.
Poor Caleb is just an Uber driver now.
Isn't that what most wizards are in this game?
Yeah. Frumpkin's like, we saved the fucking world? We're
What
just
is it? It's-
hurrying around these assholes.
Yeah, wizards and druids, man, they inevitably become Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tree stride, baby. Or no, transport via plants. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
I mean, that's where Jean is, right? The
Yeah,
whole
that's-
party.
it's also where Prince's caravan is going. You guys should just travel with them.
Or
Well, we should go talk to your parents anyway, because we should find out what the next piece is, even if we don't go there right away. Or rather, you should, if you don't know already. I do not wish to know.
Oh, back to the nip. Probably around 10 a.m. at this point.
you want to go see the prince one more time? Just odd once for yes,
Punch him for no.
and punch me in the face for no.
She nods, then punches you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want an uncanny dodge.
Mixed
Uh,
signal.
Mixed signals.
Yes,
We can go.
heard and felt.
Um,
I
a
don't
couple
know.
of you would have to go in the bag for the transport because teleport only brings the teleporter and 7 people. But
Not me.
there's
Party's getting
there's
bigger.
10 minutes of air in there. It'll be fine.
Cash can definitely do it because
yeah,
he
Air,
doesn't
Cash
need to
definitely
air
good.
bubble.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. We
but
got air bubble.
it won't take 10 minutes to even.
I'll go in the bag. I don't have a problem being in the bag.
Go in the bag.
I'll take my dad in the bag.
Cash, when you go to Elowin, she is still unconscious.
Excuse me. Sorry.
You can tell with her breathing, like she's physically fine. It's more just the body is trying to catch up to itself at this point. I don't know how to word that.
Exhaustion.
Yeah. She has epic levels of exhaustion. But asking Caleb to do that, he is willing to do so. He does say, as long as this doesn't turn into a habit. Because, well, I already do this for my friends a lot.
I mean, I don't mind walking, but you know, it does take quick.
Didn't Prince's mother, or
That was Mama.
you could always travel with them, right?
No.
Oh, reading the room. Okay. Everyone ready?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
He transports you all kind of near where you actually ended up last time you were transported to Trustenwald. Sato, please give me a con save.
While they're in the bag, Les sees the bagman's body, and he's like, "Somebody very angrily dealt with that individual."
Oh boy, 7.
Yeah, Sato loses breakfast.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right.
Oh.
We'll get you reset.
You'll get used to teleportation eventually.
There's no way anybody gets used to that.
I'm fine.
You should have come in the bag.
In the middle of throwing up is when everyone goes, "Why didn't you go in the bag, man, dude?"
Bag man.
Bagman.
Bagman.
You approach the barbarian, and the previous party, most of them are downstairs there. Jean is not downstairs at this time. Siobhan is just finishing serving a lunch to everyone. Welcome back, everyone. How did
Kayla's standing.
how did everything turn out?
I think as good as it could have.
At this moment, Cash steps forward, kind of holding Elowin. And Saul steps up with trouble. She looks over. Oh dear. Is Elowin all right? Please sit down.
She's been better.
Actually, Cash, if you wouldn't mind, third door on the left, upstairs. She can rest there.
He'll carry Owen up.
Before you get to the stairs, he is in there, so gently.
You hear Cash go to the stairs. You hear him kind of like knock on the door's foot. Not my dad.
The door open. It's like John. John opens the door.
Oh.
I is right in here.
I misunderstood that. I thought Captain likes to beat my ass was in there.
Oh. He thought Shiloh was. Shiloh's up there. He might punch.
Gestures inside. There's 2 beds in there. You place her on one. And kind of do a quick fill in on what happened. He listens to you, but he doesn't take his eyes off of Elowen. And he does walk over and he takes her hand and pulls up a chair next to the bed. If you wouldn't mind, let Siobhan know. I'll take food up here. If there's any changes, I'll let you know. You did good, kid.
I tried.
Heading downstairs, you guys kind of fill in the rest of the parents on kind of what went down. Bells and Saw kind of hit it off a little bit. They're like, oh, your kid is my they're good friends, and my kids are good friends, and oh my gosh.
I am aggressively
baby stories. God damn it.
I am aggressively trying to get Bells to lock eyes with me because I am aggressively trying to silently tell her no demon stuff. Like, just very much like, don't do it.
It's a cat and a bird.
She rolled a 4. Give me a moment.
Saw and Bells start pulling out the pictures of like the kids with spaghetti on their head.
God damn it.
Evens or odds, Trouble?
Fuck it, evens. No,
okay.
Odds, because I'm so odd.
Okay.
I mean, it's fair.
I'll even.
I think I just fucked myself, but it's fine.
I rolled a 16, and right when you said evens, I'm like, okay, and then you changed it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I definitely just fucked myself, but I'm standing by.
Yeah, fair enough. Sato, when all this is conveyed, Thava looks over at you very approvingly. You were able to get through most of that without resorting to too much violence. Master would be quite proud.
Thank you, Mother. I feel that violence is not always the correct answer, but it's always a good backup plan.
I wholly agree. As she says that, Shiloh, like, Baba, like, gives him the dagger look.
Sorry.
Right. Everything's seemed to work out. Went planned for the most part. Impressive.
Well, I think the plan worked because we didn't follow the plan. At least not at first.
You know, I always say sometimes the plans are just kind of there to get in the way. Then Siobhan gives him the dagger look.
You make about half a plan, and then you just see where it goes from there.
That's my boy. As you're all kind of sitting there having the chat, Siobhan gets up and she's gathering the dishes and stuff. At some point, Trouble, you said you used certain type of magic on your father to get him to stay still.
Oh, yes. Easy enough.
What I wouldn't give to have had that ability.
Oh
Right.
my.
Raising two
I-
boys is...
Oh, okay.
frustrating.
That makes more sense.
That makes
Oh.
more sense.
What did you think I meant? Shiloh again spits out his drink.
Trouble,
Don't
we remember,
Worry
remember-
about it. I have been hanging around with your children far too much.
Remember when we talked about kink? Yeah, it's.
Again, not in front of my father. Please.
Yeah, it's alright.
Why wouldn't you mind you casting that on Laz right about now?
Hey,
Lazarus, behave.
Was it a con save or?
I didn't cast shit.
Oh.
I just said it.
I was like, was that
I'm
the
not
verbal-
wasting a. No, I'm not wasting a spell slot right now. I just look over and just tell him to behave.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Trouble.
what-
Trouble. Roll insight check.
That's a 26.
Wow. Wow. She's asking you to do it.
Fine. Do I still have? I would still have the spell because I haven't done anything with it.
Hmm.
Do I have the spell slot left? Because I'm exhausted. Is the question.
Yeah,
Nice.
that doesn't affect spell slot.
I'm gonna
Old
pretend.
person? Yes,
to
it
cast old
does.
person. Shall I do
Exhaustion? No.
performance check?
No, but I it doesn't expect this do it because I'm exhausted, but I didn't get my long rest, so I didn't get it back.
I see what you mean.
But I do have a spell slot still, so fuck it. I'll cast Hold Person on Laz.
That's.
It's
was
it's a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, let's see how bad this can be. Wisdom save. Okay. That's a 6.
No.
no.
Are you telling me that a 6 doesn't save against a druid?
Everyone kind of chuckles as Laz kind of, as he's sitting there, just like, mom, and he freezes up. Siobhan walks over, reaches into like this side pocket thing in her skirt and pulls out a long needle.
I am not
dear.
comfortable in the direction this is going.
She shoves it in Lazarus's back.
See, do you react when you're on hold, person?
You
Kaylin
can
pulls out her
speak
fucking
haltingly, I think. Now then, it would be in your best interest to very carefully and very truthfully answer my questions. Where the fuck is my son?
Aelin.
You can release it now, Trouble. Everyone in the
What
room
the
is
fuck
completely
is going
tense.
on? I'm not releasing him yet because I'm afraid he's gonna do more trouble to he's gonna hurt himself more by moving. And I'm just going to stare them down. and
Shiloh
go,
kind of steps up. Siobhan? I don't know who you are, but you are not my son.
call me Nerium Seneca.
Very good. That I believe. Who sent you?
Zindok Truskin.
All right. Shiloh, take his arms. Shiloh doesn't question. Gets over it and puts an arm behind your back, Lazarus. Trouble, please release him so we may relocate them.
Halen speaks. Says,
Can I-
"How long?"
Can I just make an insight check on all of this fucking shit? I'm very afraid.
With, we can go off that 26, if you want to.
I'll take it.
When she asked you for the hold person, she seemed to have noticed something about Laz. He did something, made a move, however.
Can I insight check Laz or whoever is pretending
Sure.
to be Laz?
Sure.
Because I don't.
Yeah, I'd like
want
to as well, please.
Okay, so that's not bad. It's not quite as good, but still, 22.
Fucking Kalen's emotional.
With
That was a 12.
I would say with the look on Laz's face, they have a smirk. Not one that Laz would ever make. Whoever this is. Action.
I'll drop hold person on request, but I'm going to essentially start and like hold a spell, and I'm literally gonna hold Moonbeam on his ass because if he's a shifter, it'll do shit. So I'm just gonna I'm not gonna cast it yet, but I'm gonna have it at the ready.
Bells. Are you sure you want to do this, Cheval? Oh, yes. Shiloh, take them to the room.
Wait,
Shiloh
I need
looks
to know how
concerned.
long.
Don't worry, Kaylin. Everything will be answered.
You don't get to do this anymore. You know that, right? You as a crew don't get to shut us out like this anymore. You don't have the ability to, for your own safety anymore.
They all kind of look at each other at that.
Oh, damn.
You're right.
And
There
he's one of
are-
ours.
There are things we've kept from you. And I think the time for that is over.
I mean, I would say it's been over, but yeah.
For a while.
Let's stop doing that.
I will get what answers we need. We will find Laz. Once that is accomplished, we will tell you everything.
One of us gets to be in the room while you do.
I'm
This
going.
is non-negotiable.
Okay then. Can you keep yourself composed?
Yeah.
Make either a persuasion or deception check on that.
She doesn't hit very hard. It'll be fine.
You're looking to beat a 21.
Ooh, rip.
That's an 18.
Are you lying?
I'm not.
Okay. She nods. Keep your hands to yourself. You follow her and Shiloh and Laz into one of the back rooms. As they do, Siobhan places her hand on one wall and presses something like a piece of stone in. As does, a wall opens. Inside this area is just a small cube of a room, completely made of smooth stone, with a single metal chair in the center. Shiloh places you in the chair, Laz. You feel like a force on you, and you find yourself unable to stand up from the chair. Shiloh looks at Siobhan. You sure? She just nods. Pulls out a second needle. And Shiloh leaves the room. And shuts the wall. What you about to see, Caitlin? As I said, we will answer questions later. For now, we get answers. Is that understood?
Yes.
She walks over and looks at you in the face once again. Tell me your name once more.
Arian Zeneca, Hermonarch of the House of Dusk, the last of her name.
Show me your face.
And as drifts back into a doppelganger.
When did you change for my son?
The basement of Vergessen.
Recently, then.
Yesterday, 2 days ago.
What was the reason for the switch?
My employer is looking for information about the cult. Worships the thing that you, well, defeated is a strong word, isn't it?
She gets a little twitch at that. Is Lazarus alive?
Yes. Honestly, he's doing better than I am right now.
I can't argue with that. Where is he?
We decide what city?
It's in Rexentrum. Do you have a way to contact your employer?
Doesn't answer at first. Her eyes kind of flutter.
She puts the needle at your kneecap. Like at the top of the kneecap.
Before she answers, she does see that needle in the other one. Just gets that smirk. It's not quite a masochist smirk. She does tell Siobhan, I have heard so many legends about you that I didn't even really believe you were real. Is Anna. And your son just told Linda.
You have 1 hour to get my son here. While we wait, why aren't you lying to me?
Because this is a very rare situation in which the enemy of my enemy wouldn't call us friends, as your son might say. We're unlikely accomplices.
Explain.
People trying to bring back that thing you scattered. Completely insane and unhinged, and my employer, questionable as he may be, does not want them to succeed. He is trying to find out who their leader is.
Our information says your employer is in the cult itself. You expect me to believe he's doing that for the good of the realm?
Our information says your son is in the cult.
What do you know of Pierce?
What does she know of Pierce?
You would probably only be aware that he is in the cult.
Yeah. Now, when secrets and lies are the game being played, not all the players have all the information at the same time.
Information is the most important thing to me. She slowly pushes the needle into the top of the kneecap. Second only to my sons. Anyone who causes them harm will answer to me. I may not have the power I once had, but I don't need power. I never did. Kaylin, are you satisfied with the answers? Then I'll ask you to leave. Can't hear you.
Insight check
Mm-hmm.
on
Siobhan?
Siobhan. If I can tell what she, like if she plans on killing or just hurting more.
Okay.
I don't know if this will be a night of 1,000 needles, but maybe a few hundred.
9.
She is stone-faced.
Then Kaylin asks, "Are you going to kill her?"
No.
Good.
Not for her. You step out. Alright. Running the wall behind you. As you go back out, it is very tense in the room. Did Cash, do you go get Jean?
Does he have to?
No.
Yeah, he'll go get Sean.
He's quickly filled in what's going on. Kaylin, you let them know the answers that were given, and the fact that 1 hour. You're not sure what's going to happen in an hour if Lazarus is not returned. That was not said. But with the way the rest of the previous party is acting, they know. They know very well.
Kaylin can guess, and she'll fucking.
During this hour, is there anything, or are we just gonna have a very tense, quiet hour?
I would like to try and get my dad up into a room. Like, whatever happens in an hour, this fucking Kenku is not prepared. I need him to be out of harm's way.
He does not argue. He's fully aware that these people are all adventurers. He knows stories of adventurers. And he's like, this isn't my thing.
Real quick, is anyone else having audio cut out? Because like Kaylin's like, I'm just fucking, and that's all I heard. So I don't. And when
No, that's all I heard too.
okay.
After a very tense hour, you hear footsteps coming up the porch outside the barbarian.
Kaylin draws her scimitar.
Shiloh walks up behind the bar and removes the maul from the wall. He looks at Sato and kind of nods at you and then towards the door.
I'll nod back. And I will go to the door.
As you open the door, you see a black cloaked figure holding, like, arm over the shoulder, a unconscious and bleeding Laz. The robe has a hood pulled up, and you're not sure if it's like a trick of the light or just what, or an enchantment of the cloak, but you cannot see this person's face.
Is it just this cloaked figure?
And Laz, yeah.
I mean, I'll hold up a 2 behind my back, but
He comes in with Laz and kind of essentially hands Laz to you.
Okay.
He walks over to Shiloh and does like a, not a bow, but like a respectful nod.
I'm gonna bring Laz over to Prince. Sorry,
She
Cash.
Cash.
It's fair.
Prince and Cash.
In
What?
that
Oh, yeah.
direction.
Kaylin stands in front of them, like in between the person who brought him and them helping him. Just her scimitar out, but she's not making any movements.
Siobhan steps out. Wearing a different dress. You were almost late. You hear kind of a distorted voice. Apologies. Takes time to travel the way I do. She looks over at Laz. The person who did that. Not the one who ordered it. The person who did it I expect them here by tomorrow. The figure nods and backs up towards the door. He does not turn his back on any of you. Eventually steps out, and Sato, you shut the door.
Oh, what was that?
Bells. Some sort of mage. I'm assuming that cloak of his covers their identity. There's a lot of people that seem to be either unaffected or the memory wipe is getting a lot less people than we were hoping. Jean nods. I don't know if they're curing it or what.
Memory wipe?
I think we told you all before, after what the final battle happened, we made everybody forget about the entity and most of what we did.
Right.
Although, as I said before, it wasn't perfect. I'm good, but ain't that good.
Kaylin is at Laz's side.
You said he's unconscious?
You're kind of waking up at this point. You're like at like 2 or 3 hit points.
I feel like a Cure Wounds level 2 with like a little bit of a static shock, a little lightning fingertip thing.
Clear.
I'm awake. I'm awake. Damn.
Hey, Mom.
You all right?
Better now. Maybe a little more confused, but
Let me know when you're feeling a little better, so I can kick your ass myself.
yeah. Do have questions, but maybe we can wait.
She goes over to the bar and she takes a shot.
Is Laz sitting up or is he still laying down?
He's sitting.
Yeah, well, so I'm at like 14, 15-ish hit points now.
Yeah.
The moment he
You're
says
all
that,
like,
Kaylin hugs him.
Alright, that's pretty good. He hugs her around it because he can't get, I mean, those shoulders are way up here. He's just,
And she's down. No, she's down at his level. She hugs him.
she walks over and she passes shots to everyone.
I don't touch it at all.
Right then.
Me neither.
take troubles.
Kaylin
Anyway,
doesn't.
That'll take.
everybody else reaches.
Cash reaches over, takes troubles.
Prince goes to drink hers on the toast, but then dumps it into Cash's.
Right. You were promised answers. And after a few more of these, we'll be ready to give them.
You know that's fair.
Bells downs hers. We'll be as honest as we can be.
Not good enough.
Nah, I just mean that some of this happened so long ago, some details are... Thava jumps in. She's nicely saying that we're old. John takes his drink. Speak for yourself.
Now, speaking of being old, did have one question maybe we could throw in the mix. I mean, you can answer it if you want to, but you don't have to. Was curious.
Pour some more shots.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, excellent. Yeah. How I've been alive for 42 years. I was only born 28 years ago.
All the previous parties spit out their shots.
We'll get there. It's all right. We ain't gotta start there.
Benjamin
well,
Button shit.
she looks at Shiloh, and Shiloh's like, he looks over at Jean. Jean grabs another shot.
I was looking at you. Take your time. I know it's a lot.
That was a Shiloh. That was a decision we made. We weren't sure if we were going to succeed. As much power as we had, as much as a good plan we hoped we had, there was a very high chance of failure. And he walks over to Siobhan and puts a hand on her shoulder. We didn't want our child to be on this plane if we failed. I had a friend in the Feywild. We sent you to go stay with them. Unfortunately, when it was time to get you back, the time distortion made it so you were already an adult.
I remember it.
Oh, so that's why I was 3 times taller than everybody at my 6th birthday party.
I didn't want to lose that much time with you. So we asked Jean to alter your memories a bit. Everything you remember happened. Just we weren't there for it. We had him alter our memories as well, to make us remember, and to, as false as it was, to give us a life with you. Jean takes another shot. Just do 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 do.
I'm staring down, Sean.
My friends asked me to do something and I did it. I mean,
Honestly, that's the least surprising part. Thank you, Uncle Jean.
he stiffens at that a bit. And Shiloh stiffens at that. And goes to get another bottle.
Oh, Cash sniffing did that like
Like, oh, what?
The conversation that Les will think this part at John, that there's another conversation we'll have separately.
Perhaps, Bells. Perhaps we can start at, well, I don't know. Where do you want us to start?
Media res. No.
I mean, A long time ago, we were just a bunch of kids. Me, Full Moon, and New Moon, we were all in the same tribe, and well, things happen with that. The moons, their powers can be a little unpredictable, much like Prince's, and they decided to go off on their own, and well, I decided to go with them. We made our way to Rexentrum, and made a life there. Not entirely a legal life, but a life. And well, we ran into Jean. John. I spent most of my life on the streets of Rexentrum. I used my music to make some gold. And I met Shiloh one day. He was part of the church and was going around giving money to the poor, and well, I was one of those. Me and him became friends. We got into some fun times, into some trouble, and out of the trouble.
She's over there.
Shiloh, I was raised in the church. Like he said. We all kind of just ran into each other, and eventually friendships were made. And then we all decided to get together, do a job. There was someone hiring a crew to escort them. Thaba chimes in at this point. There was an excavation just outside of Rexentrum, and it was known that various types of monsters were around there. I didn't want to go down there alone, so I hired a bunch of idiots to watch my back. During that first excursion, we realized we worked together well. Time passed and we became a party.
I heard you with this shit.
You hear a grumble from Siobhan Bells and Thaba, and you may or may not see Shiloh smile a little. What else do you want to know?
What have you been keeping from us? You've said it yourself. You weren't being fully truthful. So now's your moment. Of course, I would like to say before you do, anything about current information or locations, I will leave the room for our own safety. But other than that,
I don't think there's much left that we haven't told you. The last time we faced that thing, it was wild. half the continent was filled with that battle. There was a lot of power involved. This isn't us being full of ourselves. Between our own power and the vestiges that most of us possess, a lot of things happen. I'm sure you all understand that sometimes you're not able to save everyone. Sometimes you make decisions and people pay the price. Thava gets up at that and goes over to the bar, gets a bottle for herself.
You gonna drink my father out of house and home?
Jean, when I used my piece, I made everyone forget the battle itself. Made everyone forget however the entity was involved in their lives, or at least tried. And I made them forget about our exploits. The goal of that was, well, it'd be hard for it to come back if no one ever remembered it. For all these years, that worked out. Until now, I guess.
What aren't you telling us?
He looks
You
over at Laz.
modified everyone's memory. You're the one who remembers. So, what aren't you telling us?
He looks over at Bells. She, after a long moment of looking at him, nods. She walks over and takes Jean's hand, comfortingly. You'll be able to handle it. Jean takes a very long drink from Thava's bottle.
Uh-oh.
Good dragon whiskey, huh?
Sato, go stand by Shiloh, please.
I'll nod and do as he asks.
He looks for a second. Cash, you too. Shiloh is looking very intrigued at the moment. Still has his hammer.
Do I need to cast Hold Person?
We do have.
Have that ready. You all know that what we had to do in the end was to seal the power inside New Moon to get it to split. You all know that the feelings of the party towards me shifted that day because the plan was Shiloh would be the one. He promised. And instead, I dug my blade into my friend's back. Or at least that's all you all remembered. Shiloh, you kept your word. Shiloh's not saying anything.
Insight check.
On
Shiloh, are they okay? Obviously not, but like what level of not okay? Homicidal not okay? Mental breakdown not okay?
Aside for the two big guys that are standing right next to him.
That's okay.
Yes,
That's
you
only a
know.
19.
You are not sure. He is intently listening. With a 19, you can probably see that he's trying to sort it out in his head. Siobhan, why did you change it? Because it broke Shiloh. He was... he slipped into some sort of comatose state. He couldn't move, he couldn't speak. He wouldn't eat. Nothing. And I couldn't let my friend live like that. So I made you all forget. Thava, you made us all hate you. And you let us do that for decades. Jean doesn't say anything.
Shadow's intrigued. His ears perk up.
You, Sato and Cash, you feel, you feel Shiloh tense. You're not sure with what anger or what.
Ash will put a hand on his shoulder, not like necessarily like heavy grabbing, but just like,
More comfort.
yeah.
Oh, prepare to grapple.
I mean, I'm prepared to tase if I have to. But try not to do that.
Laz will get up and stand between Shiloh and Jean.
As you're standing up and walking over there, Bells. While I was in the Hells, I learned the truth of what happened. There's a demon down there that made it slip. I have decided to forgive Jean. I hope the rest of you can too.
Pretty sure Laz is gonna glance to Kaylin, make sure he's caught her eye when he says, Jean has already punished him enough. Punished himself enough. all finished ourselves.
Kaylin just nods.
I ain't asking nobody. I made my own decision that day. And I'd make the same one again. Now, if you'll excuse me. He stands up and goes upstairs.
As he's gonna think at him. Thank you.
Bring up another bottle later. I suppose that was a shock to all of us.
Kaylin's sitting there being like, yeah, sure. After she had seen that conversation through Maz's eyes between Jean and Bells, she's like, uh-huh.
Bells clocks
So
it
surprised.
and looks at you.
She just looks away. She looks at Laz.
What?
Laz, yeah, but Laz is gonna look back at his dad and look back at Shiloh and just there's no are you all right? How are you holding it together?
He just walks upstairs. He leaves his hammer behind.
Mom. Even
Right.
you to walk out.
Right.
The connection dropped about 40 minutes ago. You still here? Or parts of her still here?
Yes. She, there and there. For the rest of you, that person that had Lazarus's face, you've met them once before. Apparently you were waylaid on the road by a bunch of bandits, and Lazarus got the best of her.
I'd pissed her off.
Yes, well. She saw a chance to get even with you.
That's
Lovely.
There it is.
She did say she did not understand why our Mammothari friend wanted those goats, though.
No one understood why he wanted the goats.
She didn't understand why he asked her for them.
I think he just likes goats.
Wanted an audience.
I think he wanted a temporary pet.
Well, when he gets
Or
back
cheese.
when he gets back from the market, we can always ask him.
Kaylin's just gonna clap Laz on the shoulder and squeeze before walking out and going and sitting on the front porch of the bar.
That's 3 in a row. We're just walking out.
She doesn't want anybody to see her face. She's not able to control her expressions at the moment.
Shiloh's
Fair,
been
because
upstairs for about 5 minutes, and there is no sound. No yelling. Whether that's
Oh my
good or
God.
bad.
Laz literally is like, I gotta talk to my dad. I gotta talk to Kaylin. It's he's gonna follow Kaylin at the moment. You're gonna watch her face. You're gonna watch all those expressions, all those feelings in her face. He's gonna ask her, where do we start talking about it?
I don't know anymore.
That's what
We
goes
started
first.
talking about it last night, sort of. And it wasn't even you.
That was a weird. She was picking around in my mind. I felt really weird. Not the weirdest thing I've ever felt, but what she picked out was true.
Insight check.
They take care of the thing before
Which,
they dropped him off.
yeah.
Okay. Insight check.
hmm
Yeah, what's-
Why do I keep forgetting what my insight is? I've been doing that like all night.
It's like there's an emotional things happening and going on.
Insight yourself.
That's a nat 20. So 24.
That is perfect. Yeah. All the things that she said were legitimately thoughts that were in Laz's head, information that he knew. He didn't say. What did Burr say? I didn't say anything. No, what did Hamilton say? I didn't say anything that wasn't true.
She may have said it in a harsher way than
Yeah.
Raz would have put it, but
Yeah, she. Would you like to insert? Would you? You know what? For a nat 20, I'm going to apply that
what you
to
want.
to Nerium because everything Nerium said was true both for. Well, I didn't get to word it quite as perfectly as I wanted to, but everything she said was true for herself as well, not specifically related to Halen's father though. And so she had a sympathy's a tough word for a murderer, for an assassin. She had a definite sympathy and a connection with Kaylin through shared experience and shared history. Was a little bit borderline disgusted the diverging paths that these two women took after those experiences. Why she said, do you think you're the only person on this withering husk of a planet who has watched the people you care about die in your arms?
after a while, once everyone is back inside, Siobhan says to the group, and I guess if it helps, I don't know if it will or not, we could tell you how kind of this all started with the entity and everything.
Any information on this thing is helpful.
All right, and all the previous party that is there, so everyone but Shiloh and Jean just take a quick shot.
Well, shit.
We'd been traveling together for a bit of time, and I guess the story kind of starts how most stories start. We were in a tavern. You all look around and you just see it in your minds. Younger versions of each of the parents, including one black-furred, green-eyed tabaxi, sitting with a large smile. And not only is that where we'll pick up next week, but as we pick up next week, each of you will play one of the previous party.
You will all find yourselves in a tavern.
Hey, lag. Oh shit.
And Dustin will introduce his first character of campaign 2.
As Cap will be DMing this.
What?
This little flashback.
You're just doing it all in one session. All right, let's go.
Oh shit.
It all started long ago.
When the old people weren't old yet.
So, Cash, you'll be playing Jean. Prince, you'll be playing Bells.
Unless anybody wants to swap up.
If you want to, this is just what I have in my brain. Sato, you playing Thava.
Yep.
Kaylin, you playing Siobhan.
It's gonna be quite the interesting voice.
That's one reason why I'm like, okay, let's do this. Treble, you will be playing New Moon.
Yeah, we're getting to play all the cursed bitches.
And I will be playing Shiloh. So.
For the record, I'm not actually opposed to playing Jean. Just imagine if we had to like play our characters in a play, and somebody's like, "Cash, you had to be your dad." He's like,
Oh fuck.
"Damn it."
Meg gets to
That
play
was
my
Cash
husband again. All right.
Yes,
Say Meg-
you know I love
for a couple
you.
again. Yep, Megan for a couple
Waiting
again.
for the divorce papers.
if anyone wishes to switch characters, you certainly can. And then we can talk a bit this week about, kind of about their characters. They'll be level 5. Cap.
That's
5.
what we said, yeah.
So
Right, so I gotta go make that.
yeah, we'll have some fun with that. But
In the campaign.
Yeah, campaignception.
There were
Well,
flashbacks
not
to the
truly, because
grandparents.
it's not our characters playing then.
Yeah, it's a
'Cause that
campaign
would be
inside the
impactful.
campaign.
It's it's our characters sitting around the table playing versions of their parents as characters.
The party's just playing D&D, and the characters are your parents.
That's so creepy.
All right, well, we'll see you for that special next week, everyone. Hope everyone enjoyed the show. Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.